What's up, everyone? So I'm back up here in the shop, and as you can tell, this isn't my truck that I used to have. I ended up trading the GMC Envoy in and my old Duramax in on this truck, which is a 2019 Silverado 2500 HD. It is a gas truck. It has a 6.0 in it. There's a few reasons why I did it, but I didn't need a diesel at this point, and it's just the cost of maintenance on it, and with it being an older truck, it was just nickel and diming me. So I didn't really want to keep putting money into that truck, so that's one of the reasons why I bought this one. But as you saw in the headline of this video, I'm going to be pulling the door panel off and tinting the windows. I am doing a 35% tint. It's pre-cut, and I did 35 because it seems like there's some sort of factory tint on it already, and I don't want to get too dark. I wanted to try to keep it about the same as the back doors, but we'll see how everything turns out. And if you're interested, after this video, I'm working on doing a video on comparing different fuels for the truck here. So the truck is an E85 compatible truck. Currently, I have a 93 in it, but I'm going to do a video here where I'm comparing 87 to 93 to E85. I'm going to do 0 to 60s and the miles per gallon, so I can do a cost analysis on what it costs to run each different fuel per mile. So I'm going to do the comparison to see if E85 is, I know you're going to lose miles per gallon on E85, but it's cheaper. Same with going to 93, you should get a little better gas mileage than 87, but it's more expensive to run. So I'm going to do that cost analysis just to see how the truck performs in the 0 to 60 along with miles per gallon. So if you're interested in that, subscribe and you'll see it coming up here in the next month probably. I'm running the 93 in it right now, so as I run that tank down, I'll switch it over to E85 and see how that goes. So the first things we got to do is we're going to take this door panel off first. We'll need a pick and a 7mm socket with a little bit of an extension. We use the pick to pop out these little covers. There's one down here. There's one behind the door latch, and there's two underneath that they don't have covers. They just need the bolt taken out. And there's also one behind here, which we should be able just to pop this piece off. So initially, like I said, I'm going to pop this bottom one out. That pops out, and this one too. There is a little indentation on it that you can get underneath it with something, so you're not like digging at the plastic. If you can see here, there's just a little bit of a raise that you can stick your screwdriver, your pick in there and pop it off. And like I said, there is two bolts down here, one in here. I believe there's one right in about here, then two underneath the door. Once you get that off, you should be able to pop everything right off. Then you'll be able to slide the door panel right up. Then you can unhook the wiring harness. So this is going to be hard to do by myself, but right here's your clip for your door handle. That you push down with your thumb, pull back, and then I believe you should be able to rotate it out, and it comes out just like that. All right, and for your wiring harness, you have this little red tab. It's really hard to see. Push that down. And there's another button you push in here. When you do that, then you can lift this off and then unplug your wiring harness from there. Alright, so I initially was thinking that I was going to have to take this piece off. I just pulled it off and it's not going to make a difference, so I put it back on. All it is a little pin here that popped out. Then it just comes right out of the groove the whole way around, but there is trim in there anyways, or your window seal in there doesn't come out. I mean, it probably does, but I really don't want to pull all that stuff out. So I'm going to leave that in there. This is what your door panel is going to look like, and now you have access to the bottom of your window. So now I'm going to put the window up, get everything cleaned off good. I mixed up a solution of water and baby soap, and that's what I'm going to be using to put the tint on and clean the window. So I already have the sticker. There was like a Wi-Fi sticker on the window that I already peeled off and cleaned up. So now I'm going to go through and clean the window good, and then I'll be ready to put the tint on. One of the biggest mistakes you can do when you're doing window tint is making sure that the window is not, if you don't have the window clean enough and you have any fuzzies of paper towels on there, that will get underneath your window tint and you'll see it. Another is making sure you don't get any creases in your tint film itself. That happens very easily if you're moving it around. It'll fold in certain areas and crease. Those are hard to get out sometimes. When you have your window all finished, you'll still be able to see some of that. So right now I am going to start spraying this window down. I have the tint laying on the tailgate, and I'll start peeling it back and spraying underneath it as I go. Then this will still be wet, and I'll start sticking it on here and spraying up underneath it. Everything's going to get wet on your door, but that's kind of part of it. I mean, down through here it won't get on the surface, but it'll kind of run down through and drain out the door. So we're going to get this started, and hopefully it all goes pretty good. I'm not a professional window tinter, but I do get pre-cut window tint when I do my vehicles, and that helps tremendously. So as you can see, I am just soaking everything. I didn't do too bad with getting it started initially. It didn't get creased or anything that I saw. It does make it a lot easier if you have a second person. So if you do have a second person that can help you peel it off the backing paper, that is great. So another thing to remember too is don't go over this top lip. Try to keep it just a tiny bit below that line, just so if it rubs or anything, it's not going to peel at the top. And once it starts peeling, and then you're kind of done at that point. So I put it on, since it is pre-cut, which helps. Like I said, I try to line it right up and drop it down just a little bit from that top edge, and then I can start my squeegeeing process. I'm just using my sheets card because I don't have a squeegee with me right now. And whenever you are squeegeeing, just make sure that you keep the front of this window nice and lubricated so you don't put any scratches. And also make sure if you aren't using a squeegee, there's no sharp edges. So I'm just finishing up a couple things here. Like I said before, you got to keep going through this. Make sure you get all the water out from underneath the window. Just keep going back and forth and cleaning the window from the outside to the inside. You'll see if you have any spots that have residue or anything underneath them, and you just got to keep squeegeeing them out. And they're slowly coming out. I've also been told that until all the adhesive sets up underneath, sometimes you can kind of have a hazy appearance through the window until everything is set up, and then it clears up some. This is a solar guard tint, so I've had good luck with that in the past. It's a pretty good, it's kind of professional grade tint. Don't go to Walmart and get that stuff. It doesn't work very good, and you're wasting your time. So if you're still watching this video, you're going to be very happy. I just tried to put the other door panel on with the window seal like that for like half an hour, and I realized it was not going to go. But what you end up having to do is there's these little clips on the door panel that hold this weather stripping on. You get a big flathead screwdriver and you pop them off, and then you stick the weather stripping on the door, and those little clips, they sit right down in these little grooves, and they'll line up right with the door panel. Then your door panel will just sit right in. I just fought with that for probably half an hour, so if you guys are doing this, it's going to help you guys out tremendously. So like I said, I put the trim on first with these clips, and now everything will go much smoother than what it did on the other side. We're just going to reverse everything that we did while we're taking it apart. Get that clip in. Then there's a little locking tab there that you got to push back. And then you got your door switch, or door handle release. Make sure that that clips back forward. Now we just line up these these tabs here once we get the door unlocked in here. maybe. All right. All right, so once you feel everything lining up, so you can see the finished product here. It turned out pretty good. Hopefully this helped you if you're planning on doing something similar to this. If you do have a similar truck to this, hopefully my future videos will help you out too. Like I said, I'm planning on doing the whole comparing the different fuels. I'm looking at changing the grill in this. It's all chrome and it just, I don't know, I'd like to maybe change it to something else. And I was also looking at an LED upgrade for the headlights. Well, the headlights, as in the high beams, low beams, and fog lights. So if you're interested in that, please follow me. Those videos should be coming out here in the next couple weeks to the next month. So if this helped you, please let me know, and thanks for watching.